In today's episode, I want to talk a little bit about not being fine. How this idea of I'm fine or it's going to be fine is a little overrated. Hey, I'm Nicole, and I'm here to change how it is you experience yourself in the world so that you can live a better, fuller life. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's take a little stroll up a hill. I'm getting hot. Look at the color of this mushroom. That's crazy. It's so red. I've never seen one like this. Anyone know the kind? Whew, made it. Bit out of breath, sweaty, my glasses are fogging up. I'm gonna sit down and enjoy. I'll admit it, I'm still in my pajamas. Alright, let's get to the juice. This whole I'm fine thing. Chances are when you were a kid, you fell. And your parents, your caregivers, they would say to you, you're fine, get up, get over it, let's go. Or maybe even you've used those words yourself recently. And that stays with us. For example, I actually just fell on the trail and instantly, my instant response was, Nicole, you're fine, get up. And it's so funny how it's so ingrained in us to instantly want to carry on and pretend we've got it all together and just go, avoiding feeling what happened in that exact moment. By saying I'm fine or being told you're fine, we don't get to assess ourselves. We don't get to analyze our experience and check in and have ourselves, our system, genuinely realize I'm safe, I'm okay, I can carry on. So here's my invitation to you. The next time you catch yourself trying to convince yourself you're fine, what would it be like to, 1, pause and just check in? Airplane, stand by. Right, number 1. What would it be like to be with the experience? So, when you find this moment where you're like convincing yourself you're fine, what would it be like to pause and check in with your body? What is happening? Is there a clenching in your jaw? Is your heart beating faster? Is your stomach swirling? Is there a warmth that's flooding up into you? This is your fight-flight response. This, when something happens, kicks in to check in. Like, do I need to activate and take charge and protect myself, or am I okay? What we want to happen here is an organic shift into our system realizing that yes, we're okay. Number 2, what emotions and feelings are there? So for example, I was watching a vlog of Cody's the other day. If you don't already follow him, do. He's amazing, so much energy, a great message. Does a vlog every day. I don't know how the heck he does it. But he had just been bought out of a company that he was a huge part of, that he had started, and you could really see and feel the emotions that were there for him. And he kept saying, I'm fine, I'm going to be fine. And yes, Cody, you are going to be fine. We're all most likely going to be fine. Yet there's this real energy there, this energy, this experience in our body, these emotions, these feelings that need to be felt. Instead of brushing them under the rug, pretending everything's fine, and burying this energy for who knows another time, what would it be like to instead feel them? Because this energy, that builds up. That builds up and accumulates, and all of a sudden we're living with more anxiety and stress in our lives. We're starting to find ourselves ill. We're starting to find ourselves with these random diseases that no one has the answers for. And this is the thing. There's so much within our fight-flight response that we don't allow ourselves to feel, don't allow ourselves to process, and that buried does a lot of damage. So my invitation, again, is to 1, notice when you catch yourself saying you're fine. What would it be like to be with the experience in your body? And 2, recognize the feelings and emotions that come with that. What would it be like to be with your experience, to be with your feelings, to be with your emotions? Kind of scary, isn't it? Something we're not often taught to do. I can definitely relate. I have this old belief that I need to have it all together and pretend everything's fine ultimately, and the more I'm doing the work I'm doing, the more I'm realizing how beneficial it is to be with my experience, to express it, to be vulnerable, and to really shift out of this overriding functional freezing place where everything is fine. And how great would it be as a society if we start to make the shift where feelings, emotions, being in our bodily experience is accepted and is supported. And I really encourage you to start playing with this, whether it's just within yourself in your own time, because this is hard. It sure as hell is not easy to be vulnerable and express and put yourself out there, but to also just see what comes out of that. Personally, for me, there's been so much growth, so much insight, and I feel like I'm only just starting to step into myself. One last thing I want to mention is, what if it's too much? What if you start to feel into those feelings and it's like, whoa, there isn't the shift from the feelings, from the experience in the body into this shift of feeling safer, feeling okay, feeling like, okay, I can carry on with my day and I'm genuinely fine. Something you could play with is what we call orienting. And what I mean by that is connect. Connect with your feet on the floor. Connect with your butt on the ground or on the seat or whatever it is you're on. So that there's this association to you in your environment. To pull yourself a little out of what's going on inside and remind yourself like, hey, I'm sitting here enjoying this beautiful view. Hell, you can orient to this video. Orient to your room. Look around. What catches your eye? Like right now I can see some pine cones on this pine out there. I can see the Sinanoka berries, I think that's how you say it, which I'm going to eat shortly. I can hear Rio behind me. I can hear a plane in the distance. But I'm connected with my environment as well as my experience. I'll have more on that in another video. It'll be linked below once it's done. But for now, I encourage you to be with what it is you're experiencing. Notice if you're trying to brush it under the rug and pretend everything's fine. And what might happen if you give yourself the opportunity to express and be and feel and go from there. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of this video and found it relatable and are curious in how you can bring this into your everyday life. If you've got anything to share in the comments below. Give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. I look forward to sharing future thoughts and videos and ideas with you. Until then, may the curiosity be with you. These are my favorite berries. Alpine huckleberry, I think it's Sinanoka, hopefully I'm saying it right, by far the best. Yum.